Assalamu alaikum, dear students, and welcome back to our course of Tajweed. This is the second class of our course. The first class actually we started with an introduction for the Noon, Sakinah, and Tanween rules, and this will be the second class in the rules of Noon, Sakinah, and Tanween. Last class was just an introduction for these rules, and today, inshallah, will be the first actual class explaining the first rule of the rules of Noon, Sakinah, and Tanween, which is the Idhaar rule. So let's start. So let's start with our rule today, which is the rule of Idhar or al-Idhar in Arabic, which means clarity in English. Okay, so what is this rule and how to apply it? Simply, when you find the Noon Sakin or Tanween followed by any of these six letters, Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, and Ghain, Kha. Okay, if you find Noon Sakin or Tanween followed by any one of these six letters, what you have to do, you have to pronounce the Noon Sakin or Tanween clearly from their articulation point without any nasal sound, without making any relation between the letters. And we'll know what is meant by this later on, inshallah, with the rule of idgham. But just for now, the application of the idhar rule is to pronounce the noon sakin or tanween clearly from their articulation point when you find the noon sakin or tanween followed by any one of these six letters. And actually, these six letters are the specific letters of idhar. If you remember from the first class, we said what is meant by the specific letters. The specific letters are the letters that come directly following the noon sakin or tanween, and they determine which rule exactly we're going to apply. According to these letters, we choose the rule that we are going to apply. Okay, and each rule have its own specific letters. Okay, so the specific letters of the rule of idhar, which if you find any one of them after the noon sakin or tanween, we're going to apply idhar, are these six letters: hamza, ha, ayn, ha, and ghain, or kha. Now the question is, why did we choose these six letters in particular to be specific for idhar? Well, let's look at this diagram to find out. If you try to pronounce noon sakina or the tanween, which is noon sakina as well, as we just explained in the first class, the introduction video, you'd find out that they goes up from the tip of the tongue, this area here, the tip of the tongue hitting the upper gum just behind the upper teeth. Okay, if you said noon, 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 you'd find out that your tongue hitting the upper gum just behind the upper teeth. This is the articulation point of the noon sakina and tanween as well, because tanween is a noon sakina in pronunciation. On the other side, if we look at the articulation point of the six letters specific for idhar, hamza, ha, ayn, ha, ghain, kha, we find out that all of them go out from the throat. If you try to say ah, ah, all of them are going out from this area here, from the throat. Okay? So you notice that there is a very big distance between the two articulation points, the articulation point of the noon sakina and the articulation point of the six specific letters. And due to this very big distance between them, it's so hard to make any relation between them. It's so hard to get them close together, to merge them together, to make any relation between them. So the easiest option with us in the pronunciation is to make them just clear, is to make each letter from its articulation point, make them clear and separate them from each other. So this is why these six letters in particular are the specific letters of Idhar. Now let's know how the Noon Sakina and Tanween are written in case of Idhar. Okay, so the Noon Sakina in case of Idhar is written with this hat-like sukun on the top. Okay, this is the shape of the Noon Sakina in case of Idhar, written with the hat-like sukun on the top. And the Tanween in case of Idhar, Tanween Fath is written as two typically parallel Fatha, Tanween Kasr, two typically parallel Kasra, and Tanween Dam is written as a Dhamma and its cover. This is how the Tanween and the Noon Sakina are written in Quran in case of Idhar. And now we've reached the final part of our class today. It's the part of the examples of the rule of Idhar. Okay, as you see, I've put examples for all the six letters that we just taken, the specific letters for Idhar. But I will practice with you just the first letter and leave the rest for you to test yourself and assess your understanding. And if you have any problem with them, just don't hesitate and contact me. Okay, so let's begin with the first example. Man amana. Man amana. This is the first example. As you see here, the noon is having the highlight sukun at the top that we said its specific shape for the noon in case of idhar. Okay, how do we pronounce this example? We say man amana, just a clear noon from its articulation point, no elongation, no additions, a clear known from its articulation point. Okay, this is the meaning of the rule, إظهار, clarity. So we pronounce it من آمن. Next one, عذاب أليم. The same as well. Just pronounce the tanween as a noon sakinah clearly from their articulation point. عذاب أليم. Last example today, ينأون, ينأون. All of these are followed by the hamza, which is the first specific letter for the rule of idhar. ينأون. Here we have a nun sakina having as well the ha like sukun at the top and followed by hamza. Okay, so this is the rule of idhar that we should apply here in this part or in this example. And finally, brothers and sisters, Jazakumullah khairan for watching. May Allah accept from you. If you have any question regarding the topic that was explained today, just don't hesitate. Text me, inshallah, I'll be available at any time. You'll find the link at the description of the channel, and you're all welcomed at any time. Assalamu alaikum.